Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Ani. This is Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT. And I'm listening to your pronunciation pre-test right now, and I'm going to give you some comments as you complete this test.
Pat, but, wrong, grow, honor, over, father, though.
Okay, lesson 7's okay.
Pat, pat, map, map, tag, tag, an, mac, mac.
I think you need to work on lesson 8. I'm going to write this one down. It's the pot, mop, talk, on, mock, mac, mock. So it's that sound is a little bit hard for you.
Bright, brown, broil, light, loud, loyal, pie, pound, gate, get, late, let, meet, met, blade, bled, dane, den.
Good job so far. Lesson 9 and 10, no major problems.
Meat, meat, peat, peat, leap, leap, seed, seed, heat, heat.
This is a major problem for you right now. This is lesson number 11. You definitely want to focus on this. It's meet, mit. It's the long sound, the short sound. Peat, pit. Leap, lip. Seat, sit. Heat, hit. That sound is very tough for you right now.
Look, lack, took, tool, tough, could, cool.
Good.
Match, mesh, cheap, sheep, feature, fisher, chafed, shaft, cheer, shear.
Okay, not too bad here. You're just having trouble with the one word, shaft. Chaffed, shaft. So you almost made it like it had 2 syllables, but I think you understand the difference between the CH and the SH sound.
Of, have, fine, wine, fan, van, wafer, waver.
Okay, so the initial V sound, fine, vine, fan, van, you need to produce that V with a little more vibration in your mouth. So I'm also going to write down lesson number 14, particularly focus on the V sound when it's the first sound of the word.
How, habit, who, rehash, behavior, hate, Batman, beaten, important, brightening, head track, threaten.
This is a little bit hard for you also. I'm going to write this one down. This is the, we call it the flap. It's Batman, bitten, important, brightening, hat rack, threaten. So we don't really pronounce that T in the middle. Hat rack, threatened, threatened. So lesson 15, focus on the flap consonant sound.
Measure, measure, fragile, Fraser, legend, lesion, engine, azure, large, Asia.
Good.
Cake, keg, sing, sag, came, game, cap, gap, lake, leg, lean, rear, better, luggage, rugged.
Now the one thing I'm going to say, let me go back to that previous lesson for just a minute.
Cap, gap, lake, leg, lean, rear, threaten, measure, fragile, Fraser, legend, lesion.
I think that first sound, wait a minute.
Threaten, measure.
That major, a major measure. Major measure. Those 2 sounds are a little bit hard for you, so I didn't put that down. But lesson 16, I think you can practice a little bit more with those sounds.
Measure, fragile, Fraser, legend, lesion, engine, azure, large, Asia, cake, keg.
Okay, now, what you want to remember here is, and this is pretty true with many consonant sounds, we have two kinds of consonants. We have voiceless consonants, like the T sound, t, t, where there's no vibration in the vocal folds when you produce that sound. Now we have other consonants, like the word B. You have P is a voiceless consonant. The B, as in bake, is a voice consonant. Now, what you want to remember is when a word ends in a voiced consonant, the vowel sound that precedes it will be longer, not shorter. If the word ends in a voiceless consonant sound, the vowel which precedes the consonant will be shorter.
Sing, sag, came, game, cap, gap, lake, leg.
So I would say cake, keg, lake, lag. So you need to make that one vowel a little bit longer than what you're doing. So that's lesson number 17.
Lean, rear, better, luggage, ragged, other, right, light, committed.
Okay, you're pretty good with your R and your L sounds.
Pace, base, flap, flab, cape, gab, lap, lab, pay, bay.
Okay, you understand the difference there. I'm going to go back to lesson number 17, tell you the same thing. When the B's at the end of the word, the vowel needs to be longer. So let me give you two words. Flap, flab. Cap, cab. Lap, lab. You see what I'm saying? So I think you need to work a little bit more on lesson number 19.
Lice, lies, zip, zip, sue, zoo, mace, maze, Elisa, Eliza.
That was good.
Multiple, Robert. Example, pressure. Principle, number. People, philosopher.
All right.
Volcanism, written. Maximum, question. Summer, reason. Chasm, often.
Okay, you're getting the sound there, and that second to the last word is chasm. I guess it is. Okay, chasm, often. Right, 23.
Tip, dip. Cart, card. Tight, tide. Train, drain. Fat, fad. Team, dream.
So the same thing, like lesson number 17, lesson number 19, the same thing with lesson 23. When the D's at the end of the word, the vowel sound needs to be longer. Cart, card. Tight, tide. Fat, fad. Tip, dip. Actually, it doesn't matter. The vowel is the same. Tip, dip. Because the P ends is the final consonant sound, so the vowel should be shorter in both of those. So I think you can practice a little bit more of the lesson 23.
Thy, thy. Breath, breathe. Teeth, teeth. Throw, though. Worth, worthy.
You had a little bit of a difficulty in the beginning, but you seemed to understand as you got into this exercise.
Thy, thy.
So it's thigh, thy. Breath, breathe. Teeth, teeth.
Breath, breathe. Teeth, teeth. Throw,
You're good, you got it.
though. Worth, worthy. I attended high school and I want to attend university the next year. I haven't worked yet, so I don't have any work history. It's important for me to improve my speaking and pronunciation in order to make it more natural to speak fluent English. And I have to give TOEFL exam, and I want to...
I would say there, I have to take a TOEFL exam. Usually, the ETS gives you the exam because they created the exam, and then you take the exam. So again, you would say, I have to take a TOEFL exam, not give a TOEFL exam.
as high score as I can to increase my English knowledge, and first of all to pass my TOEFL exam. That's all.
Okay, so let's take a look at your intelligibility. So there's two things that you want to get out of this out of feedback from me, the first thing you want to know specifically what lessons in my Speak Clearly part of my course do you need to focus on so that you can speak more clearly. The second thing, what is your intelligibility score right now? I'm going to answer both of those questions. So first of all, in terms of lessons, I would focus on Lesson 8, Lesson 11, Lesson 14, 15, 16, 17, Lesson 19, and finally, Lesson number 23. So as you go through those lessons, Ani, I recommend that you maybe read out loud with me as I teach you the information in the video, and that's going to help you work on your tracking, your tone, your pacing. You can work on your pausing, your word stress, and all the other areas important to you being able to speak clearly. You can work on that as you read with me the information in the videos. Okay, so if we look at your intelligibility right now, let me go ahead and click on the link quickly so I can help you in that area. Okay, you didn't speak for very long, so I'm going to put you at, I'm going to say 3.7 out of 7, intermediate level in your speaking ability. You definitely can connect and sustain discourse. You do have some pronunciation distractions. You probably need to try to speak a little bit faster than what you're doing, and more importantly, try to develop your ideas more. Tell me more about yourself. Give examples and things. So when you're taking my independent and integrated speaking practice test, you can begin those whenever you like, by the way. Remember, 1 per day, as long as you're one of my students. But the main thing is try to give details to help support some of the ideas that you're saying, and that helps show me that you have vocabulary, that you can express ideas using vocabulary. All right? Anyway, so I think we're done now. Thank you for completing the pre-test. I'm sorry it took so long to get back to you. But anyway, now you have information, you know what to do. And when you're ready, and after you've studied these lessons, you can go to the second pre-test, which focuses on the second part of the pronunciation part of my course.